Meetsims, what's good, my man?
How you doing, my brother? What's good?
Hey, I'm good, man. Thank you for joining us today. Do you got a major album coming out or in-house project you working on?
Yeah. In-house project. I also got some things coming with DJ K Slay. Got some joints with 2 Chainz, Rick Ross, um, Kevin Gates, Chevy and Wiz. You know, we got a real crazy record coming.
Yeah. All right, man. Sounds like you got some work coming up. I know that you have some musicians in your family. Is that what played a part in you picking up music in your life?
Well, the only person that really did music in my family was my pops. And before back in his day, he was signed to Atlantic. You know, he used to run around with Motown and them. You know, went on tour and everything. So by the time it got to me, you know what I'm saying, I'm the youngest one in my family. So by the time it got back to me, you know, he was just doing this little thing in the city, you know, running around with shows. So, you know, I always see him in the garage rehearsing, you know, all his music gear. You know what I'm saying? He let me come out there, fool with him on it, you know, 1s and 2s, see what's up. You know, it's pretty much what I had learned.
Did you guys grow up having a studio inside of the crib?
Yeah. It was in the garage, you know what I'm saying? Had a studio out there. You know, he played piano. My other brother, you know, he played drums. So, you know, it was cool. We just get together sometimes, mash out, whatever. We just fool around. You know what I'm saying? He played drums for the church. My dad would go to nursing homes and to, you know, different events, you know what I'm saying, around the town and around the state, you know, make his bread that way, doing it like that. So, you know, I would go with him on some trips, you know, see what it was like, man. He would do his thing.
Can we touch upon a little bit about your uprising? Because I know you had a strong interest in continuing your education. Can we talk about your career interests?
Yeah. I wanted to study. I always wanted to study. My big thing was actually astrology, but you know, back home because there's no infrastructure for music or musicians or any type of people who do any type of art, any artists of that nature. So, you know, I felt like, you know, maybe I could run for mayor or maybe I could just get in, you know, the council of the city, you know, and try to figure this thing out, you know, maybe just help the city any way I could. If it's not going to be through music, then maybe I could just, you know, get in there somewhere, be a voice for the people.
So, did you used to run for like student council or run for student president back in the day?
Yeah. We did that shit. I used to do that shit, man. I won a couple times, man, but I didn't take none of that shit serious, man. I never took any of that serious. You know, it's school. You know, it's just all your homies in your class. So, you know, it's like, all right, nigga, we doing this shit today. You know, that's about it. It wasn't nothing serious to me. You know what I'm saying?
Nice. Sounds like you had a lot of aspirations as a young man to be a progressive role model in your community. Did you ultimately go to college after all of that?
Yeah. I went to college. I went to college for a year, and that's why I did the political science major. Um, I think my first year I had got a scholarship. I got a full ride to go I was in choir. So they gave you that for choir, but I wound up leaving because, you know, I just felt like, you know, I'm young. I'm like, yo, well, I think I can really make it this year, like, you know, musically. So I left college at like 18, 19, moved down to Texas, you know, stayed there for about a year, got a little flagged down, and then came back, tried college again. You know, I made the dean's list and everything, and then, you know, I fucking around and said, yeah, I don't want to do this no more. I'm really going to try to pursue this music thing. So '09 is like when I really say that I actually took it real serious because we put out a tape, you know, started running around. I think I did a song that somebody from LA and somebody from New York picked up on, and the nigga who hit me back was Christian Dior from up here in New York. We ran around, we did some records with French. Yeah, that's the first time meeting French. That's how I first met French. And, you know, I came back to Arkansas, and he was telling me, he's like, yo, man, I got a guy, he does film scores or whatever. So he introduced me to my first manager, which was Lofi. And, subsequently Lofi introduced me to Biggs, and, Biggs introduced me to Chinx, and there you go, 2 years later, boom.
Wow, that's a crazy domino effect right there. It's almost as if the stars aligned for you.
Right. So it was a crazy domino effect, man. I always believed in the 6 degrees of separation.
So was that when you started to do paperwork with French Montana? Were you signed with the Coke Boys?
Nah, never handled, me and French never handled any paperwork. And I never did any paperwork with Biggs either, or Chinx, for that matter. Everybody just did it off the strength. When you do good business, the one thing that I heard in business is, the best business is usually done over a handshake. It really never even involves paperwork all the time. It's usually just a handshake and an agreement. You have to take a man's word. Then after that, somebody fuck up on you, then you go to paperwork and all that. But, everything that we've done so far, man, it's just, it's just based off the strength that we fuck with each other. We trust each other. You know what I'm saying? We trust our judgment. We trust our artists, you know what I'm saying? So everybody wants to see everybody win, and that's what I loved about the situation I was in. The situation I'm still in, so.
When did you first meet Chinx, and when did you guys both get into the studio together?
I had met Chinx before, but I first got in the studio with Chinx March 2014, 2013. I think it's 2014. First, they flew me up here. We in the studio, somewhere out there in LI. And, he had just been fucked up for 2 days. He'd been in a session for 2 or 3 days straight already. So he was just trying to feed off the energy. I came in there, they were playing some beats. And it was my first time, my first year making beats. So he was like, yo, play something. And I was like, all right, wound up playing him the America joint. And then, boom. He's like, fuck it, let's take that. We took that, put it on CR5. After that, I met him down in Miami. We ran around in Miami for a little bit, and then he was like, yo, just fly back up here and stay with me. So I was like, all right. So October 2014, I've been up here staying with him since then.
So you show up to Chinx's studio session with the America joint, which was on CR5. Can you tell me a little bit about that song?
What about first choice that I had ever made? So, and that's another thing that I loved about Chinx. Me personally, I know niggas got crazy beats, we're around producers, A1 producers every day. So for him to hear that beat and be like, hell yeah, that's fire. It kind of puts some fire in my loins, okay, so I really can do this. I thought it was cool, but, now that I get it, now I got the confirmation from the big homie.
Moving to Chinx's debut album, Welcome to JFK, I know you were featured heavily on the project. Did you produce any songs?
Nah, not on Welcome to JFK. Nah, I didn't produce anything on there. I wrote and, featured on a lot of records, but.
How was your reception of the album, Welcome to JFK, Chinx's debut? Were you pleased with the outcome? Were you happy with the reception?
I really thought it should have been number one, and I think it really would have. In all eyes, it still is number one. I think it's the top classic. It's an actual classic album. There's nothing else that I could put towards that would make it better.
I think over time, people will wake up and warm up to Welcome to JFK being amongst some of the most legendary hip-hop albums ever put out, because I certainly do know that that album is a classic, and you straight murdered every single song you were on, my brother, and you definitely played your part on that album.
Thank you, man. Yeah, man, that was an awesome project, man. And, I was blessed to have the opportunity to even help him have his dream come true. You know what I'm saying? So. But it's definitely number one. I mean, it should have been number one last year. But for it to be number two overall on the Billboard, man, that was a big fucking deal. That was a big deal. Shows that, we can do this. This is real. You know what I'm saying? We are as good as we thought we was. And, you would always tell me all the time, the universe don't put people in position unless they know. And nothing's an accident. He was telling me, you were not here no accident, bro. You here, you're supposed to take my place. And, he would tell me all this shit. And, we be high having conversation, but to see the shit unfold and to come to fruition, it's kind of scary. It's kind of scary. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, he always tell me, it's going to be a time you're going to have to boss up. And, you know, you're going to have to boss up. You have to do it. So, you know, that's where we at now.
There's one song from that Welcome to JFK album that I saw Chris Brown post online doing a cover for, which was Die Young, featuring yourself, French Montana, Chinx, and Zach. Whatever happened to the Chris Brown version?
Chris Brown had hit us up. He wanted to buy the record after, you know, we had sent it over to French to drop the feature or whatever. But, you know, those records were sentimental to us, so, you know, we weren't going to sell it. But, you know, out of respect and love, I mean, you know, he did his thing on it. He remixed it real quick, and, you know, that was dope. You know, he just felt, you know, he felt he should. That was his homie, too. You know what I'm saying? So it was everybody's homie, so. You know what I'm saying? I like what he did.
Staying on topic of the Coke Boys, what's the relationship like with Zach? Do you got some joints coming with him soon?
Yeah. Me and Zach work. We got a couple of joints. I'm actually about to get him on a few more records here shortly and see how that works. But yeah, Zach is pretty dope, bro.
Zach seems very low profile. Like he doesn't really chase that limelight.
Yeah. We different type of characters, man. We really like to stay low. You know what I'm saying? You know, because his brother's so big and you know, he's in that circle with him, it's hard for him to stay low.
Moving on to someone else in your circle, you got to do some work with Chrisette Michele. How was it working with her on her mixtape?
She was actually working on the album, so they had sent me a record. I was in LA. I was doing a couple of joints. Sent me the records. They had some openings in there, so you know I just filled them in. You know, I did what I do best, just filled them joints in, sent it back. They was like, "Yo, this shit's crazy." So I was like, "All right, cool." You know, and that was that. They put it on a mixtape, and it got such a response that it wound up going on the album as well. So yeah, did that, and then the record that we did on the album is the Meant to Be, and that record right there. That record, I had actually made that record. I think like a month or two before I had met Chrisette. I didn't know what I was going to do with the record, but I know it, you know, it was close to my heart because, you know, I had a lot of meaning to it. But, you know, I went in the studio session with her, and, you know, I just went through some songs. I played that song, and she was like, "Yo, play that again, stop that, or hear that?" You know, and then she's like, "Yo, that's it right there." So, you know, she took that, and I was like, "Okay, cool." You know, that's big sis right there, so I had to get it. You know, it's actually the same thing that was On Your Body. Same exact thing. You know, played On Your Body. It's like, Biggs is actually like, "Yo, that's the one. You're going to have to get it." All right, cool. It's good, bro. Okay, go ahead. Do your thing.
Man, Meetsims, you've been a part of so many special projects, and I know your fans are dying to get your own debut, your solo project out there. I mean, you are extremely talented, and not just your fans need to hear your music, but I think the world and new fans need to hear.
Right. And they keep telling me, man, you need to go ahead and put that out. So I just want it to be great. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be great, man. Chinx always told me that I was going to take it to the next level. So I just want to make sure that, you know, I back his word up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. Just want everything to be great for y'all. I don't want y'all to have to ever skip a track.
Now, looking back on your work, on Chinx's discography, primarily the two albums, Welcome to JFK and Legends Never Die, did you have to go back to the studio and re-record anything? Were these tracks?
Nah. I was actually in Arkansas after I had left. I went on tour with Chrisette during March of last year, March or April. Left New York, we went around. And around June, I had just, you know, got off the tour and went back home and chilled. We already had most of those records already done. Of course, Legendary was something else that, you know, French and them had to, you know, lace up real quick. And I think there was another one that they had to step up. For the most part, 9 out of 10, most of the joints were already done. You know what I'm saying? They were just records that we were going to put on the first one, but then we just saved for this one. So, and there was like he's got a bunch of records, bro, like 300 joints, 400 joints. Like, so we could have picked any number of anything, but, it's not to overload. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, that vault is worth gold, more than gold. Four Kings, is that the production team for for you and Chinx? Is Four Kings?
Yeah, Four Kings management and production. So under Four Kings production, we have Blaze and Stokes.
No doubt. Big shout out to Stokes. Do you got some work coming out with him? Cause he's a dope producer, man. I love his work.
Yeah. We got a couple of joints. Me and Stokes worked on bad records together. During the Chinx era and after Chinx. Yeah, we got a bunch of titles, and the same thing with Blaze. Blaze got a bunch of joints. Actually, both of them have a single on this new one, on this project that I'm going to be putting out. Both of them have a single on there, and also my cousin Simo. When I went back down to Arkansas, he showed me some work, and me and him got it in. So the first record that I'm actually about to put out, this is actually me and my cousin Simo.
All right, keeping it in-house as a family affair. Now, remembering Chinx, what are some piece of advice that Chinx lent to you that you're forever going to cherish, that you'll never forget?
I don't know, man. There's so much shit that Chinx told me, man. That was priceless, but I mean, just like I said, the one thing that I know that he told me for sure, and what I'm doing right now, is that I should be able to take this thing farther. And I'm gonna get us there. I'm gonna take this shit to a whole nother level. And that's what he's seen in me. And told me I'm gonna do everything I want to do, and everything that he believed I would do. The universe don't put people in position on accident. I'm here for a reason.
Now, Sims, for your debut LP, are you gonna be doing it all yourself? And by all yourself, I mean production, writing your lyrics, singing, rapping. Are you gonna do it all yourself?
Yeah. I was actually working on that already. I actually I got 7 records already done. So, I didn't know if I should come out with an EP like that or make it a tape or probably do it for my album. That's probably where I'll go. That's probably the route I'll go for my album. You know what I'm saying? Just do the whole thing myself.
Man, as versatile as you are, I'm surprised that your name hasn't popped up as a credit on any Grammy nominations. Is that a goal?
Yeah, nah, man. That's been my biggest dream, man. That's the number one goal that I had in my life. This music shit is just not just to get nominated, but to win a Grammy, but multiple times, not just once. But I really believe truly in my heart that it's going to happen. Sooner than later. I truly believe that. I think all I really need to do is just put these records out here and let people see.
Now, in your home studio, what do you like to use? What type of instruments do you like? What kind of software do you like to use? Let's get technical.
I just use FL, man. When I was starting, I had the Akai. I had the little mini Akai, 25 or whatever. It just cost like $100. Yep. Then I had the machine too. I had the white one with the gold plate on it. That was really dope to me. And then the FL. You can load that shit up with as many sounds as you want. And, those were like the basic things that I was using. Other than that, they had the Triton, a little vocoder thing, but the basic thing was that Akai, that machine too, and the FL. That's it.
Man, so you pretty much just live in the studio all day, man. Do you got any other hobbies? Like, what else do you do?
Yeah, man, I love the studio, bro. Like that's where my mind is, 24/7.
So, besides the studio, Sims, What other hobbies do you do? Like, do you play video games? What do you
Yeah,
do?
I just got done beating somebody ass in Killer Instinct a minute ago. Talking to somebody else just now. Yeah, man. I love games, man. I love gaming. I love music, as you can see. And I love sports. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really a club guy, so you won't see me out in the club like that all the time. I don't like jewelry. I'm not a flashy guy. I don't like that type of shit.
I mean, by your music, you wouldn't be able to tell that at all. I mean, you would think that you're a flashy club dude just through your music.
That's what people want. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's what attracts the eye most of the time with some of these people. You know, some people are, smart enough to look deeper. So, I guess for those who can just catch it from the eye, boom, there goes some jewelry for you. But for those who can, see deeper, got the personality for you, that's what we can do. I'm a people person. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm not a people person, I'm a people person.
Yeah, no, I totally understand that. And through that explanation of your character, it seems like you and Chinx had so much in common. Like, that was a beautiful thing, man, that you guys had that bond.
Lovely, man. We had so much in common that I didn't even know, bro. Almost everything in common I did not know. We just went about things a different way, but I learned so much from the young man. He dropped a lot of gems on me. Can't deny that. I'll never forget that. I know he's still helping me right now. I know he's still looking over me, making sure this thing works out.
Yeah, and you guys actually just dropped a Holiday video too, right?
Oh yeah. Some throwback shit. We weren't even gonna put that out, man, but I guess they felt like, it's been time, and they already had it done. It's been long enough. Let's go ahead and drop it. I know a lot of people wanted another CR5, CR6 to drop or something. And, so I was actually glad that Tanner did that around the holiday, so people can get that feel back. You know what I'm saying? So he could be here while he's not here. You know what I'm saying? So keep his memory alive.
It's forever Chinx over here, man. We definitely will keep his memory alive. One cool fact is I actually share the same birthday with Chinx, December 4th. We share it with Jay.
Yeah, man. That's dope. That's mad dope. Mad dope.
Yeah, me, Chinx, and Jay-Z, we all share the same birthday, December 4th. So the Sagittarius mentality is go big or go home. And all the gems that Chinx left for not just his fans, but his family, it's unmatchable. But Sims, I want to thank you, and I really want to say God bless, and your career is going to take off because that amount of skill can't go unnoticed.
Thank you, my brother. Man, God bless, man. It's always good to hear that word, man. Always good to hear that.
And talking to you as a fan right now, I'm so excited for these projects to come out, my brother. I'm so excited, and I can't wait.
Definitely. I'll make sure I deliver to it. I got y'all.
Hey, without a doubt, I know you're going to deliver. But once again, Meetsims, I want to thank you for joining us on the show, and I would love to have you a guest on the near future.
Definitely, my brother. God bless. Thank you for having me, man.
Hey, God bless. You take care now. One.